After a couple months goes by, in the middle of the year, you might think to yourself, wow, I have been complicating this the whole time. He's taught this, but I have brought things to this learning process and slowed myself down. Yes, every one of my profitable students comes to that realization. Always. They tried to bring everything to the table when they try to find a setup. You don't need that. Look at the 2022 model. I clearly reduced that down to the minimalist approach to doing it. And it's beautiful. It's poetic in price action. It's not going to work every single time on every single time frame, every single minute of the day. You have to wait for certain characteristics and signatures to materialize in price. And once that occurs, and I know what some of you are thinking, well, what are they, ICT? Go through the lessons in that 2022 mentorship. It's there. You're asking for something else because you're looking for that void in your experience, doing it, seeing charts, print, real time, studying back data, hindsight, movement. So you're trying to fill in a simple response from me that will never adequately fill in the necessity for you as the student and trader in development to go into the chart yourself. See, that's the part that all of the lazy people, every single one of my intakes, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 21, every single group that came into my private mentorship had a group of lazy ass people. And yes, that sounds disrespectful, but folks, that's what it is. That's the defining thing. Oh, I looked at your videos, I watched your videos, and I wrote 5 pages of notes. How are you going to call me lazy? You didn't do the work. What's the work? You got to put your ass in front of the charts. You have to study what it's done. Look for the things that I've taught you. Have copious amounts of notes going back for months. And then you do that each day too, annotating every single time. And you study them on the weekend when the markets aren't trading. You have to pour yourself into this, folks. It's not going to be easy for you. It ain't going to be just watching a video. You have no idea what you're stepping into. You have no idea what you're getting ready to get involved in and learn, and what's going to be expected of you personally. You come to me wanting to learn, and I'm prepared to teach all of you. But you have to be really prepared to learn. Some of my students that have come to me over the years weren't ready. They had to come, figure it out that it wasn't something they wanted to do or be a part of, and they would leave and go do other things and hurt themselves and come back and say, you know what, I didn't feel that person understood what they were doing. But let me give this ICT one more chance. And I had people do that. I had one guy come in 2016, quit after the first month, then came in on the 2017 group, went halfway through and quit, and then came back in 2019. And I had made him pay every single month all over again. That was the terms. That was the way it was. You know what? He's happy he did it now. Doesn't need any hand holding from me. So what does that tell you? He was the problem. You are always going to be the problem. It's not the teacher. It's the person trying to learn this, because this is something entirely different from anything else. It's not a sport. It's not an exercise regime where, everybody is going to follow the same procedure. It's not like a Peloton. We're not going to be sitting our asses in front of a computer screen each time we do it, and we're all going to have the same results. We're all going to have different results. Even if I were to sit in front of you and press the button and go into the market and trade, go long, here's my stop, here's my target, I'm going to take my partials here. You're all going to do it differently. You're going to sit and wait. Let me see if it really is starting to move in the favor he's talking about. Okay, now I'll chase. I trust it now. He's probably right. You're smiling. You're thinking, damn, he's got me. That's exactly what I would do. Right. This isn't my first rodeo. I've done this for a long, long time, folks. I've trained a lot of people, and I have a lot of students that came and failed. Not because this stuff doesn't work, because they are broken. They have never fixed themselves. They've never been personally responsible. And it's so easy for them to point and find the fault outside of themselves, because you're going to do something wrong. You're going to get things incorrect when you're trying to learn. Your observations when I prompt you, what do you think it's going to do right here? Do you think it's going to go to this level, or do you think it's going to go to this level? It's interactive. It will be interactive. And if you get it wrong, do not look at that as I'm defeated. I'm never going to learn this. The moments you don't do it right, or if you get it wrong, that's zeroing in on an opportunity for you to improve on. And when I periodically ask everyone as a community, where do you see yourself having a sticking point? It will help me as the educator dial in on the areas collectively where people are having an issue. But if you don't show up every single day, you won't be caught up with the group. It's as simple as that. You have to show up. Time will do all the heavy lifting. You will get the results you're looking for, but they can't be given to you. You must earn them independently. Period. End of story. There's no shortcuts. I wish there was, because I could have been done the first year doing this on Baby Pip. So here, there it is. It's done. And just see ya. Check in and see what's going on once in a while. But it's not that easy, folks. It's hard because each one of us has mental baggage. You have stuff that's wrong with you, but you don't want to call it something wrong. You want to find the reasons to justify your shortcomings, your issues, your character flaws. And see, profitable, consistent, long-term, successfully trading in the marketplace requires you to master yourself. You're never mastering the markets. It's never going to happen. That is never going to happen. How do I know that? Well, I know it like the back of my hand, and I still can be humbled. It'll do something that I didn't expect. And you saw 2 examples of that with CPI, which is exactly why I don't trade ahead of it. I know my limitations. I know where I shouldn't step, or the market will remove my head cleanly, efficiently. So when I talk about those things and how to avoid it, those unfortunately are the topics and lessons that nobody really wants to pay attention to, because they think if they just learn how to pick the right order block or the fair value gap that stays open now, you see how that changes? That's always been an interesting study for me as a teacher. Whenever I reveal something, and this is the only thing that my trolls have correct. Everything else, they're full of shit. But every single time I've either revealed something new or deeper, everybody collectively that is not really versed in what it is they should be doing or have settled in on a particular model of their own, they clamor to that thing. And when it was order blocks, it was that. Oh, and it was breakers and mitigation blocks, and then everybody calls everything mitigation. Mitigate. You know, when the market goes up here, it mitigates. It drives me nuts. You don't even know what you're talking about. That's nonsense. It's nonsense. The market's not mitigating. Okay. The trader that's offside mitigates. Okay. So you can tell who has learned from who. The knockoff courses, like when they say, oh, you know, I'm looking for a liquidity grab. What the hell is that? Like an institutional candle. They don't exist either. So you're going to have to slowly press into uncomfortable places in your learning next year. Because the trolls were right and are right when they say every time ICT releases something, little buzzword or something like that, everybody flocks to it like it's the only thing that works in the marketplace. And they're right. Some of you, a lot of you, do that. And you don't need to do that. I mean, it's interesting to see your passion and pursuit to learn more about it. But I'm not stupid. Like, I know that everybody's going to chase the new buzz thing because Smart Money Concepts is kind of like the leader of the pack now in all of the analysis venues on all social media. And yes, it's viewed from it's a love it or hate it. There's no middle ground in it. And that's fine. That's good. There's liquidity. That has to happen. I never anticipated that everybody would love the things that I'm teaching, or even me. And that's why I've always said, don't worship me. I'm not your hero. I have always been the anti-hero.